All right, it's week 7. Here's the Golden Tamale report. All right, let's start off with our winners and losers in the Trejo division. Our new leader is Josh Dennis, beating This Side of Hell, beating Abel's Fuck AB, $ Fuck AB, 137 to 71. That is a pretty big smackdown there, and we'll talk about that here when we hand out the trophies. In the lower division, the leader of the lower division, mixing it up, Javier Perez actually goes down this week to Danny Trejo. He loses 144 to 112. Danny scores the most points for the week, and Javier scores a decent amount, but still wasn't enough against Danny. Back to the Trejo division, we have Alonso Trejo, Kamara Kai Dojo winning Mark What's in Your Wallet, 119 to 78. Mark, coming off his victory last week, his first victory of the year, gets shut down again and loses for the 6th time this year. And then we have, in a little bit of an upset, Jaime Laura, Thug Nasty, beating Carlos's All Made You Look team, 101 to 83. Carlos left like 20 points on the bench, which might have made a difference, but that's the game, right? Also, we have Javier Laura going down to David Bacon. The Bacon Makes It Better beats Chubby Chasers 108 to 81. And then finally, to wrap it up in what was definitely an upset, we have Raleigh's No Mames Way team beating Tony's What You Know About That team, 70 to 56. That 56 is the low mark for the week, and had Tony scored a few more points, Raleigh could have definitely got the No Vales Madre trophy this week, but just misses out. Raleigh actually scores the second lowest points, but at the end, it's not how many points you score, it's just as long as you score more than the next guy. And that's kind of what happened with Raleigh. So looking at the standings, we have a new number 1 seed now in the Trejo division, so we'll start there. Josh Dennis, the rookie, is leading with a record of 5-2. He's got a total of 781 points. Alonso, who's also 5-2, is the second place there in the Trejo division. And then we have 3 teams, 4-3. We have Carlos, Danny, and David, all 4-3. Carlos has the most points, so he's at number 3. Danny's at number 4 with 787, and David's at number 5 with 709. And Raleigh has the bottom of the Trejo division all wrapped up. He's 2-5. He did get a victory this week, so that was definitely good for him. In the lower division, Javier Perez loses, but he still maintains the lead there. Followed by, so Javier is 4-2-1. Javier Laura is in second place in the lower division with a record of 4-3. And then followed by Tony Perez, who's 3-1. And then we have Thug Nasty, Jaime Laura 3-4. Abel Laura 2-5 in 5th place. And then Mark also has that last place locked down. 1 win, 6 losses, and a total of 601 points. If the playoffs were to start today, like I said, we have a new number 1 seed. Josh is This Side of Hell, 5-2. He's got the number 1 seed wrapped up. Number 2 seed would be Javier Perez, mixing it up, 4-2-1, 733 points. Alonso Trejo, who took a little bit of a break last week and is back in the playoff hunt now. Kamara Kai Dojo, 5-2, 728 points. And then that 4th spot, there's 4 people tied right now with the record of 4-3, but Carlos edges all of them out by having more points. The 4-3 record with 802 points. Made You Look would make the playoffs if it started today. So there's, I think, a lot of football left and a lot of interchanging to be done there in the playoffs. But I think we're have a good I think we're gonna have a good playoff run this year. So if let's hand out the trophies, the winners of the good trophies, the Hot Tamale trophy. That's the player with the most points for the week. This week it goes to Danny Trejo, who scores Machete Kills, who scores 144 points. Danny goes off. Pretty much all his players have double-digit numbers except for one, his tight end Kittles. It was the only only person that didn't score in double digits, and he definitely goes off. Be on the lookout for Danny. And it could have been worse. He had a quarterback with 43 points that sat on his bench. That if he replaced Matt Ryan with, it would have been really bad. The biggest beatdown giver of this week goes to Josh Dennis, this side of hell, with his 66-point victory over Abel. It's a big smackdown handed down. So far, it's the biggest one of the year. The 66 points is going to be, I think, a hard one to beat, but we'll see. You never know what happens. Josh has really big games from everyone, especially his wide receiver that goes off for like 30 plus points, and I think he's still catching touchdowns now. But the win actually puts us all on notice. Josh gets his #1 pick, McCaffrey, back this week, and so him being the #1 seed and giving down beatdowns, just be watching out for him if you get him in the weeks coming up. The MVP trophy this week goes to Kamara Kai Dojo, Alonso Trejo's team. Brady goes into Las Vegas and has a 5-touchdown game, 4 through the air and 1 rushing, and he definitely goes off again, and it helps Alonso get back into the playoff hunt after a brief week off. And then we have the bad trophies now. So the No Vales Madre this week goes to Tony Perez, and this week Tony is only able to score 56 points. He really has a bad game from all his starters except for 2, and actually had 3 zeros that he put on the board. And probably the happiest person is Raleigh, because had Tony not got it, Raleigh would have definitely got it. But again, it's not how many points you score, it's just whether you beat the guy you're playing against, and Raleigh did that. So congratulations to Raleigh again, his 2nd win of the year. The biggest recipient, of the biggest beatdown, the No Mas Award, goes to Abel. Again, that 66-point victory that Josh had is the biggest, and Abel is looking to bounce back hopefully this week as he plays Raleigh. So let's see if Abel can get back on the board. And then the MVP trophy, that's the player with the most points on the bench. That week, this week it goes to Danny Trejo, who picked up Joe Burrow from the waiver wire. The 43 points is Burrow's highest of the season. And again, it would have been really bad had Danny been able to start Burrow, because that would have left a big number for the rest of us to catch as far as most points for the year. So that's it. Week 7's a wrap. We'll see you in week 8. Take care, y'all.